Just a second. Let's talk about what Aaron is doing right now, because you saw those impacts and you'll see them again. It is really pummeling the coastline, and it's going to continue. And in fact, it's actually going to get worse as the day goes on. So here's the latest on Aaron. Aaron, as of our 5 a.m. update, has retained its strength. It did not really change much from the overnight update. It's a Category 2 hurricane. Wind speed sustained at 105 miles an hour. But here's what we need to look at, that north-northeast motion. Remember, yesterday it was north-northwest, but it did take that turn. It's getting picked up by this advancing trough, which is pulling it further out to sea and thus further away from our region. That is exactly what we need to happen, because this is a massive storm. And if this were allowed to kind of tuck into the coast, this could bring disastrous impacts. As it stands, though, the coast, the entire eastern seaboard will be impacted by this large storm. You can see the cloud bands reaching the shore already. There are bands of showers reaching the shore points as well. Here's the latest track from the National Hurricane Center. Category 2 expected to maintain that, but look at that curve. That is a beautiful thing to see. It is going to get away from us, and it's going to get away from us pretty quickly as we head into the day tomorrow, and we're back to full sun tomorrow. But the winds are just starting to pick up. They're actually going to peak midday. Right now we have sustained winds about 15 miles an hour all across the region. Right now Atlantic City reporting gusts to near 30 miles an hour, and these winds around the back edge of Aaron are just going to continue to worsen as the day goes on, with gusts possibly as high as 50 miles an hour, especially in the shore points. So 15 to 20 foot waves for the Outer Banks, 6 to 12 foot waves for our shore towns, and we will see that high rip current risk continue today and right through the end of the week as well. So let's get back out to Brandon Goldner. He's got the latest on what the conditions are actually like down suburbs. I can't make it half red in the studio, but just know that this does not really apply to the city. In fact, I think it's going to just be kind of a cloudy, breezy, but dry day from the city on and through the suburbs. This is really a shore event, as Jim just said. Let's take a look at our winds. Winds down the shore have already started to pick up. So these are sustained winds right now, about 15 to 20 miles an hour in spots like Sea Isle, Atlantic City, Cape May. You can see Surf City at 22 miles an hour from the north-northeast, and you can see those kind of red wind barbs. So this is kind of taking you through the day. These winds are just going to pick up and get stronger and stronger as the day goes on. And we do have a wind advisory, which will begin at 10 a.m. from Ocean County on southward. Breezy conditions in the city even. Right now, 15 mile an hour sustained winds. I don't think any shower bands will really make their way as far inland as Philadelphia. Can't rule out a sprinkle, but you can see the winds are just a little bit less as you go farther to the north and west. So impacts will be felt most down the shore, but definitely less the farther north and west you go here today. Let's take you through it. Again, the timing of this system today is the worst of it. Today is when we feel the peak of Aaron's impacts, but again, it's mainly along the coast. Greatest impacts: coastal flooding, life-threatening rip currents, very rough surf leading to beach erosion, and of course those strong winds. We could have wind gusts topping maybe 45, 50 miles an hour down the shore, and that's the reason for that wind advisory starting at 10 a.m. Right now we've got temps only in the low 60s and even some 50s, so in addition to the breeze, it's going to be kind of a cool day, even in the city. A couple of light sprinkles here and there. That's about all we're seeing this morning. A few showers here down the shore. We may see a few of those bands move inland, but again, most of Aaron's moisture will stay off the coast. Just the cloud bands and the winds felt inland. Talking about coastal flooding. So we've got coastal flood warnings in all of these green shaded areas. Coastal flood warning will really be notable tonight's high tide about 8 p.m. depending on your shore location. But later this evening, moderate flooding, 1 to 2 feet of inundation, which means roads will likely be closed. And down the shore, they have those areas where they say don't park your car here during a coastal flood event. You may need to move it inland. You don't want it to be in one of those flood zones. And if you live down there, you know where they are. 6 to 12 foot waves expected for the Jersey Shore and the Delaware beaches, especially later on today and into this evening. So again, you can see clouds, maybe a couple of sprinkles. We may actually see some drier air start to wrap in this evening for at least inland areas. And then Aaron is out of here tomorrow. The sun is back, and we've actually got a really nice Friday and a really nice weekend in the city and down the shore. So 74 today, breezy and cool for Philadelphia. We've got temperatures in the 80s this weekend, and then it does turn a little cooler next week. Best chance for a shower or storm would be Sunday night into Monday. Cam, I'll send it over to you.